In today's video, I'm going to take you through the Google Ads Auction Insights report. And if you're not familiar with this report, essentially it is a report that allows you to compare yourself to your competitors that are bidding in the same auctions as you. Now, one thing that I wanted to mention is that you are not able to see actual back-end conversion metrics of your competitors. Unfortunately, that's private information. You can't actually see that. But there is really important, insightful information that you can glean from the Insights report that's going to allow you to know if you're budgeting enough to be competitive or not against your competitors. So I'll go ahead and show you how to see that with the Auction Insights report. So I'm actually in a demo account right now, but I will take you through what I have. The first thing that you're going to want to do is open up the time frame to whatever time frame you want to see the Auction Insights report for. Now, the key here is that you will also need to note that you won't be able to see the Auction Insights report for certain time periods if there's not enough data. So let's say if you're looking for today and you're not able to see it, well, it's because there's not enough data yet. Or certain days there might not be enough data in order to deliver the report, so just keep that in mind. But for the most part, you will be able to see that. In this case, I'm just going to choose all time, and then I'm going to go to Insights and Reports, and then here on the left side there is a button here that's called Auction Insights. So in the Auction Insights report here, we're able to see all of our competitors in this first column. In this case, this was a hospice agency that was running a campaign. So you could see the different metrics that we have in terms of the competitive metrics. I'll take you through each one, or the most important ones that I leverage in order to make the best decisions. But I just wanted to show you that this report will allow you to compare yourself to your competitors that are in the same auction as you. So essentially they're bidding on the same terms as you or overlapping terms, and it will allow you to see what opportunities you have to increase your reach if you were to increase your budget. So over this time frame of all time, we are leading the Auction Insights in the Auction Insights report. In terms of our impression share, we've got a 38% impression share in the area that we're targeting versus the other competitors that are trailing behind at 18 and below. Sometimes some competitors might not even have their ads appear or their name appear because they're barely having any impression share. So keep that in mind. But here we can see that there's 15 people or 15 businesses or advertisers going after the similar keywords, so they're competing in the same auction. So your impression share is the number of impressions that you've received divided by the number of total estimated impressions you were eligible to receive. So essentially what that means is if we're at a 38% impression share, we're appearing anywhere between 3 to 4 out of 10 times. All of these other competitors are appearing anywhere between 1 to 2 times out of 10, so they're barely even having their ads appear, which means that they're probably not funding enough to capture the available clicks in that area. Another thing too, in terms of other metrics to pay attention to within the Auction Insights report is the overlap rate. So this is the rate in which another advertiser is in the same auction as you, that you're able to receive that impression. So we can see here that the Silverstone Hospice is appearing the most against us in the same auctions. And then here, position above rate is able to show us how often another competitor's ad in the same auction appears in a higher position above ours. So this case, Join Empower Care is appearing above us, in the position above rate a higher amount of times, but they only have a 12% impression share, so barely anything. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that. Top of page rate, absolute top of page rate. So there actually used to be something called positions within Google, positions 1 through 4. Now top of page rate is anywhere in positions 1 through 3. Absolute top of page rate is in position 1. So top of page rate is showing how often your ad appears with another advertiser, depending on, whether it was shown at the top of the page in the search results, so in the top 3. And then absolute top of page rate is the same, but in position 1. So keep that in mind. And then outranking share is how often that your ad ranked higher in the auction than another advertiser's ad. So don't get too caught up in all these different metrics. I'd say that probably the most important ones are these first 3. But these are also some helpful metrics that will allow you to see kind of where you stand and allow you to see where you could potentially improve to capture more share in the market. So one thing that I'll say is you don't need to necessarily have 100% impression share. I think a lot of advertisers, they want to go after that, but sometimes you can't because the market is so competitive and it's nearly impossible to show up every single time for things outside of your control. But a lot of times what really impacts what's being shown within this Auction Insights report is your ad budget. So this just allows you to see we're probably spending the most in these areas within these auctions compared to our competitors. However, maybe in another area we're not, because we're doing radius targeting, we're not able to capture as much impression share as, let's say, Silverstone Hospice that's appearing behind us, because maybe this competitor is not trying to prioritize the same area or prioritize in the same auctions as us in the same area. Maybe they wanted to do it in an overlapping area, but wanted to prioritize another specific area that we're not in. So that could be part of their strategy. I don't really know, but the key here is you want to appear as high as you can. And if you want to improve it, probably the fastest way to go about improving this number is pumping in more ad budget and also increasing your bids and using a bid strategy that's going to allow you to capture more. But that's pretty much it when it comes to the Auction Insights report. You will be able to see this at the campaign level, ad group level. As far as I know, not at the keyword level, but essentially that's what you'll be able to see here. And yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the description or in the comments below, and I will be happy to answer them. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to this channel. I post videos on Google Ads pretty much every week, so would love to see you in the next one.